Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow.
Yeah, starting in April, we started this project of wanting to start composting the valuable scraps from the people's homes and restaurants instead of putting them in the landfill to turning them into something much more valuable. So we started by getting a place to do this, which we found behind the extension building. Roberta Tullen allowed us to use that area for educational purposes on composting. So we built our pallet bins about 3 feet by 3 feet. They're all made of just old pallets. And we started collecting compostable materials from Pagosa Baking Company, and later on in June we started also collecting from Riff. So there's only 2 establishments that we've been collecting from.
Okay, so I'm just taking the coffee grounds from pots like this that we just made, and then I just dump it in there, and then I just rinse it out. And then when this is full, like it almost is, we take it and we dump it in the bigger compost trash can. And about once a week, the ladies come and pick it up. Do you know what they do from it from there? They spread it in their garden. That's what I do. All right.
The bakery provides us about 50 pounds at least of compostable materials 3 times a week. So each time we layer the eggshells, apple peels, coffee grounds, and whatever else they give us, and then we layer straw and sawdust on top of that, dampen it down, and come back in 2 days and do the same thing again. So we've collected about, at this point, we're on our 8th collection, which means 8 times we have filled up that pallet bin with compostable stuff. We've turned it maybe 2 or 3 times every 2 or 3 weeks, and we've come to a finished product that looks pretty good. The eggshells still are visible, but the rest of the material has been broken down into very valuable stuff for your garden.
I was going to say they could visit our site and see where we're doing our experimental educational piece, which is behind the extension building. We have 8 bins set up out there now, and the garden that the 4-H are doing is sitting right next to it, so it's kind of a complementary piece as an educational site.
We're handing out these papers telling people what to compost, what not to compost. We're also encouraging people, since we are filling up one of our bins every 2 weeks, we're going to run out of space. We're encouraging people who are composting to take on a restaurant, to go educate a restaurant and collect their compostable materials, so that, again, this valuable resource does not go to the landfill. We found that by composting in quantity, which is what we're doing, we are much more successful. We turn it over quicker. It turns into a very nice piece very quickly. So that's kind of our goal here with our cute little setup here. So, thank you. How's that?
That's delightful.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece